Where's the water in your smartphone? That's not a trick question. Something called virtual water is in all the products we wear and consume, the stuff we buy, and the energy we use.
Well, virtual water is real water. It's just the way that you think about it. It's just a record of the history of what it took to produce the milk. And so that water was spent primarily on feed and forages for dairy cattle in order to be able to produce the milk. There's the water that went into producing energy for cold storage, processing, and all the steps along the way.
You might hear virtual water explained as a product's water footprint. It's the amount of fresh water needed to make something, from the raw materials through manufacturing and distribution to you. But the numbers aren't an exact statistic. The amount of water used to make milk depends on many variables. Take the grain dairy cows eat. Was it grown under drought or rainy conditions? Was it grown locally or far away and transported? You get the idea. Would you believe the water footprint for a single smartphone is nearly 3,200 gallons? Phones have a lot of pieces and take a lot of steps to make. There's mining for rare earth metals, the shipping of parts to a factory, creation of synthetic materials like glue, and factory wastewater that has to be cleaned up using even more water. The website watercalculator.org estimates it takes more than 650 gallons to make a new cotton t-shirt from field to closet. Even a sheet of paper, a single sheet, requires a little more than a gallon of water to make. Virtual water can also be known as indirect water. For livestock, indirect water would include the water it took to grow the food they eat.
And that feed grain we produce in Texas Panhandle lasts only 120 days for our livestock industry, which means for the rest of 240 days, we import feed grains from other states. And that is called virtual water import.
It's almost more like we're buying the water than we are the corn. And that means that we're effectively conserving that water here that we didn't have to spend.
Products aren't the only things that have water footprints. We do too. In a 2021 survey, Americans estimated they use less than 100 gallons of water per person each day, but the actual number is more than 2,000 when you count indirect water. So understanding the idea of virtual water can be an important first step toward changing our habits and learning to reduce, reuse, or recycle the goods we buy. Want to keep learning through Sustain the Plains? Hit subscribe to continue the journey.
At Panhandle PBS, our reliable news reporting and fact-based storytelling has always been free. We're proud to offer our work for free thanks to generous support of viewers like you. If you appreciate our journalism and would like to see it continue, please consider making a donation to Panhandle PBS today.